Welcome to another Real Estate Talk Show, featuring highlights of the best interviews from our national real estate radio show. Here's another property expert.
Our Q&A segments, and that's what we're doing today in the show. We're going to look at a couple of legal questions that came in during the week too, thanks to Lynn and Simon. These are the two that we've chosen. Rob Balanda from MBA Lawyers joins me. G'day, Rob.
G'day, Kevin.
Good to have you back on deck. Haven't heard from you for a couple of weeks, mate.
I've been swatting around South America, mate, drinking Argentinian Malbec and sampling all the Argentinian steaks.
Oh, well, good to get you back into the saddle again, too. A couple of interesting questions which we forwarded through. Looking forward to your responses. Firstly, let's deal with Lynn's question. Lynn's from Kedron. Mm-hmm. My sole agency was signed 3 weeks ago, and at the time, the agent attached a service agreement that, among other things, said that the agent would call after every inspection and meet us on a weekly basis. Fairly normal stuff. She has not done either, and we're not happy with the service overall. Can we cancel the sole agency because she simply hasn't fulfilled the agreement? I think what Lynn's getting at there, Rob, is that she's asking whether the agreement the agent's given her for that service level, if it hasn't been performed, is that reason to get out?
Well, service levels are subjective, of course. It sounds like she's done something right in that she has spelled out in the document that she's to get these inspection reports and meet weekly. If it's been worded properly, and I need to see what she's signed and what's been written, but yeah, she could very well be able to get out. And in fact, that's the secret with these sole agencies. Agents try and shove them under your nose and promote them as standard documents and encourage you to sign them without getting anyone to check them. But it's really important to actually nail the agent in those documents and say that, for example, they will give you weekly written reports, email or fax, and they'll meet with you every week, and that this is a fundamental condition of their appointment. If it's got sort of strong wording like that, then yeah. Otherwise, if it's borderline and the wording's not so clear or there's no wording, it's just one of those things you learn from experience. She won't do that again without nailing them next time. She's probably only got another 4 weeks to go. Remember, these sole agencies for residential properties in Queensland, Kevin, can't last for any more than 6 weeks.
60 days.
Sorry, 60 days.
Yeah.
Sorry, yep.
Yeah, you're right. All right, mate. Well, that's good. Lynn, I hope that's a help for you. The question is, if it's a nice, tight agreement, you can get out of it. I guess the best thing, Rob, is to go straight to the agent and say, look, I'm not happy. I want to get out of the agreement and see where it goes from there.
Oh, I'd definitely be contacting him, following up with a letter saying they've broken these very important clauses. We put them in specifically, you haven't honoured them. Advise us immediately in writing what you propose to do to remedy this and lift your game. Otherwise, we reserve our rights to pull out of the deal. That'll give them a hell of a fright.
Yeah, sure will. The other question from Simon, I chose this one specifically because I know that this is a concern for a lot of people to do with open houses. Simon's from Paradise Point, and he writes, recently we had an open house that we were trying to sell. It appears that during the open, someone may have taken some valuables. In this case, it was jewellery. We can't prove it. But we're sure that they were in the top drawer of the bedside table before the open house. We have approached the agent who insists that it couldn't have happened. Now, can we take action to recover the loss, and what are we covered for under the our contents policy? Yeah,
that's a really good practical question. Under the contents policies I've got for my properties that I own, yes, it is covered. So you can make a claim, and it's simply a case of making a claim. But remember, with these contents policies, there's limits. There's limits on things for jewellery and equipment like camera gear. Usually only runs into hundreds of dollars per item. So unless you've got specific cover for that expensive piece of jewellery, you won't be covered for its full value. But generally, yeah, they do have cover. But remember the limit on the amount of that cover. So the moral there is, or the message there is, don't leave the Kevin, leave your Rolex hanging around.
Yeah, just an interesting point on that. With insurance, and I've never been down this path because this never happened to me. But I would just wonder, Rob, whether an insurance company could come back and say, "Yeah, look, you're covered for theft if they break in. However, in this case, you've allowed these people into your home." Is that an out for the insurance company?
Well, not under the policies I've got. I don't think mine are all that extraordinary. Yeah. You could expect to have cover for something like that. It doesn't happen very often. I got this question from me. I asked around a couple of insurance brokers I know that it's quite rare making such a claim, but you can make it. Most policies cover it.
Yeah, good. Oh, well, that'll be encouraging for Simon. And Rob, thank you very much for joining us this morning. It's been great to have you back on deck.
Thank you, Kevin. Talk to you again.
We're looking forward to having Rob along. Rob from MBA Lawyers, and we're looking at the possibility. We're deep in negotiations with Rob to see if we can get him on a regular basis, but his fee's so high.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, lunch.
That's good feedback.
Good on you, mate. Talk to you later.
See you, mate.
Rob Balanda there from MBA Lawyers. They're the people you got to have a talk to.
Thank you.